Thus far, we already had a look at what progressive web apps are, why we might want to use progressive web apps or build them, and what we're going to build in this course. Now I want to have a look at the core building blocks, technologies we use when building progressive web apps. Because thus far, we only had some buzzwords. We heard about offline access and push notifications, but let's now really have a look at all the features we use and you'll learn about in this course when building progressive web apps. A core feature are service workers. Service workers are supported in modern browsers like Chrome, and service workers are basically JavaScript running in a background process, even if your application is closed. Service workers are a core building block because they allow us to get offline access, to cache some files and serve them if we don't have an internet connection, and they also give us access to other progressive web app related features. For example, background synchronization, sending a request once internet connection is re-established. We use service workers for that. Push notifications would be another example. We use service workers for that because they are running in the background independent of currently opened tabs. Service workers therefore are the core building block, and I have a couple of modules diving into all the different things you do with them, also advanced lectures, advanced modules. You'll learn a ton about them in this course. Service workers are not the only building block. Whilst we can use them for offline access, background synchronization, web push, and more, the application manifest is also an important building block. You're going to learn about this in the next course module already. The application manifest makes your application installable on home screens. Not installed through an app store, but instead, well, you will see it. You can basically install a web app and it then will do more than just open that web page. A web manifest is therefore super important and another feature you typically use or you use in any progressive web app you're building. And then you can add more and more features. Now, besides the technology we use, responsive design is another core building block. Now, to be honest, I won't dive too much into it in this course because there already are whole courses covering this out there. And responsive design is something we're doing since a couple of years already. So therefore, definitely make sure you know this, and I will touch on it in this course, but I will focus on all the new technologies, all the things which aren't covered that well in the internet yet. Now, and then there are other things like the geolocation API or the camera API so that we can access various native device features, and I will dive into that in this course too. These are the core building blocks. In the end, always keep in mind, progressive web app is just a term. It, in its closest definition, refers to an app which uses service workers and has application manifest. But it typically also means applications which are responsive, which offer background sync, which use web push and more. And you're going to learn all of that in that course.